I'm Rachel Brooke Smith, and I want to introduce you guys to a very special man in my life who's been incredibly influential. This is Shane Griffin.
Hiya, how are you? How is everyone?
We are at WholeLifeBalance, a place that's been very special, that I love very much. If you're in Santa Monica, check it out, WholeLifeBalance, amazing place. As you can see, they've got silks back here behind us. And what else do you do here? Lots of cool stuff.
We do. So we operate on 3 verticals.
Okay.
We've got our health side of the business and our fitness side of the business, and then we have our body treatment side of the business. And then our 3rd vertical is our medical side of the business. And inside each of those 3, not to confuse everyone, are 3 different modalities by and large. So in the fitness, we have yoga, aerial yoga, as you see the silks
Which
here.
I love, so
amazing.
fun.
Okay, so I know that Rachel, I haven't worked out with Rachel, but I've seen her constantly in the throes of working out in some form of dancing, trying new things, acro to the aerial, everything. And the one thing that you do is you be active your whole life.
I have. I grew up a very competitive gymnast and then got into, acting and dancing and then boxing and martial arts, so yeah.
So there's a predisposition for Rachel because she has what's called muscle memory. So even if Rachel, we were joking about this before camera, that if she was to have a baby in the next day or 2, hypothetically, that she would bounce back much quicker than the average person because there's muscle memory. So part of it is conditioning. Part of it is genes. Some people have different body sizes. I'm 5'5", 5'5" with my good shoes. And I don't have a long torso. So I'm never going to have those stacked abdomens that somebody else is going to have in like the pelvic lines and stuff. It's not going to be in my body shape. So we have to train for our body shape.
I think it's a huge key too of just like knowing what type of body you have and how to train effectively and have a lot of self-love and compassion for who you are, and just because you're not like somebody else doesn't make it worse.
That's one of the big things we really talk with our clients a lot of the time is like there's health goals and there's fitness goals.
Yes.
And what I try to do at WholeLifeBalance, even though we have a fitness side, we also, as we were mentioning earlier, have the medical side, which is the nutritional side. We really want you to believe in you, because you are, and this is one of the big things that would be disruptive, is you are 100% yourself, authentically yourself. Nobody else in the world is like you. So love that, embrace that.
Like owning that and being really proud of that, and instead of trying to be like somebody else, celebrating your unique awesomeness.
Absolutely, and that's huge, and that comes into play with nutrition too.
Yes.
Because as unique as you are in the world, it's as unique as your body is going to metabolize, ingest, digest, and utilize the vitamins and nutrients that we put in us.
Yeah.
But it's dynamically the food you put in you.
Yep.
All right. One thing that nobody does enough of, and I know that you do because I watched the one video on the beach, which was crazy good, is the amount of stretching that you do, like hanging exercises for your abs.
Yes.
You need to stretch, and one of the hardest places to stretch is your abs. You can do glutes, you can do traps, you can do back, you can do a lot, but it's very hard unless you do like reverse back bends and reverse crunches and stuff for your abs. But just hanging and stretching, because fibers and muscles have to tear a little bit to repair, and that's how things get bigger and stronger, is by minute tears and then restructuring. And the restructuring comes from the most important part, our diet.
Yes.
And that's where our constitution has to be strong. So a couple myths. Protein. Everybody's about protein, muscle. And protein does break down amino acids. That is actually what constitutes our muscles and our size and our strength. However, energy and fuel is a better cleaning process taken from carbohydrates, which a lot of people think carbs are bad, and that's just not true.
There's good carbs and there's bad carbs.
Exactly, and it's very easy to explain that.
Yes.
Everybody's made it overcomplicated. Simple, complex. Complex means it's good for you. Simple means it's not. And all that means is one's got a shorter chain of connections, rather than the simple ones are very small. The simple one absorbs immediately, causes levels in your body of glucose to rise, causes the insulin to have to produce. The insulin
spike.
Exactly, and then you're down later. Carbohydrates over a long day, for a long period of time, are going to give you continuous fuel, continuous energy. So when you are working out, you're not doing bursts. And that will allow the protein then to be the building blocks. Because if you don't have enough carbs, you're going to use your protein to burn as fuel, which is not efficient, and that's going to take away from the growth and the structure of your body. So know what is for energy, know what is for performance, and know what is for building.
Yep. Well, I think the biggest thing is too, is when there's a lot of, we've discussed that there's a lot of people over intake protein.
Absolutely.
There's like there's a misconception that you have to get like 40 grams right after a workout, or, what would you recommend actually as like the standard, like,
so I believe
protein consumption?
I believe prep is better than repair as a holistic nutritionist. We're here to try to prevent things from going wrong. So keeping that mindset, we really want you to prepare for your workout. So something that we do, and I've given you this little trick of the trade.
Yes.
You've got these pre-workouts, and I'm not knocking any brand because everybody's out there doing what they know best. This isn't even a brand. This is a home concoction. So I'm not promoting anything except there'll be one piece. I'm Canadian, so Canadian raw honey is going to be it. But not. The one thing that I gave you, which is great to start your day, start your metabolism, get yourself hydrated, and get a dense concentration of nutrients and healthy glucose, which is from the honey. So you would grab a glass of warm water. Yep. You would squeeze a little bit of lemon in there. Yep. You would then take a dollop of honey, or 2 tablespoons, or a tablespoon rather, and put that in. It's got to be raw, unpasteurized honey.
Big difference.
Big difference.
Big difference. So make sure I get the raw unpasteurized.
And maybe I should explain that. A little quick tip.
Yeah, quick tip.
Anything that's pasteurized means it's being heated up so that it will maintain longer shelf life, or it's more presentable sometimes. They do it just to present it on the shelf to be more appealing. Once it's being heated up or treated, the nutrients and quality of those nutrients is diminished, and you're left with the fillers and the extras and the preservatives. So you're actually eating a food-like substance,
but not actual food,
rather than food. So we have exactly, so no processed. So we'll start with the water, we'll put the lemon, we'll put a dollop of honey, we'll put a little bit of apple cider vinegar, and the reason we put apple cider, that's another tablespoon of that, is to alkalize the body and start the digestion process from being awake.
Yeah.
Once your stomach starts working, your body starts working. It actually starts at your eyes to your saliva to your stomach, but just for simplicity, it goes, once your stomach starts working, your whole body starts going, oh, we're on.
Yep.
It starts moving. So we do that, and then because I like to put a little bit of spice in there of some form to heat it up, which starts your metabolism to fire, which means you're going to burn more of that.
Is that true that anytime you eat spicy food, it does speed up your
Absolutely.
metabolism? Okay.
So when you
spicy food is good.
when you know when you're sick and you have a fever, that's your metabolism speeding up to get rid of the bacteria or viral that's in you to sweat out the toxins.
It's a great tip.
Very simple thing to do. Take that drink, blend it really quickly. I put cinnamon in mine.
Yeah,
I like cinnamon.
Maybe some cayenne pepper, a little bit though. Don't overdo it.
Yeah.
I did. Don't do that.
It can get a little
crazy.
little hot.
What do you think about? Would you say that just movement in general would be good for abs? Because I think there's a big misconception that you have to do crunches to get good abs.
No, I think
overall.
You can work your abs in almost any exercise if you concentrate on your core.
Absolutely.
So I have a trainer, and he comes in every day, and the big reminder to me is, like, first of all, breathe correctly when you're doing your workout. And just, he always tells me, tighten your core. So, inhale, don't arch your back, don't use your back, just try to keep yourself straight and just concentrate on, it's almost like you're crouching a little bit.
We could be sitting here, I could be flexing, I could work in my core. I think, and that's a lot of, in that disruptive mindset of like, you can be disruptive in anything you do, and as long as it all starts here, it's like brain focus. What's my goal, what do I want to do, how can I implement that into my daily activity?
Find solutions to things, not look for the problem.
Yes. All right, guys, so there's some ab tips for you. Thanks so much for joining us. You have Rachel Brooke Smith and
Shane Michael Griffin.
there you go. Come check out WholeLifeBalance and disruptiveapparel.com.